So you left the narcissist and you're sitting there like, now what? That's what this video is going to talk about, guys. Every day people are getting out of narcissistic relationships. And that's wonderful. I commend you for that. You know, a lot of times it takes a lot of bravery, especially after oftentimes suffering abuse on every level that you can, emotionally, psychological, physical, financial, verbal. Okay. So what I'm going to talk about in this video is, 5 things that we can say, like, now what? Now what? Now these 5 things. All right. So these are the 5 things that I advise you to do after you're leaving the narcissist. Now, I made a video on what to do before you leave the narcissist as well. Now, if you're on this video, you probably left the narcissist already, or maybe you're planning it out. I don't know. But if you haven't yet, or even if you have and you haven't done these things, I highly recommend you watch that video as well. Okay? Because you may have some loose ends to tie up as well for your protection and safety. Or basically your best interest. All right? I'm always going to be thinking about the survivor's best interest. All right? So now that you left the narcissist, now what? Get ready to feel. Get ready to feel. It is very common for you to feel worse before you feel better, even after you have removed the toxic narcissist out of your life. And it's also possible for this narcissist, who will most likely suffer a narcissistic injury because you're complying with the end, you're not resisting their discard, and you're making it a final discard, perhaps. It is very common for your relationship to feel like it's gotten worse with them since you've not been with them before it gets better because of the narcissistic injury, and because oftentimes when narcissists are discarding you, it's not permanent in their mind oftentimes. Not always. Sometimes it really is permanent, but most of the time it's not. Okay, they just want to come back when they feel like it, and they want the break for then to go focus on another supply. So yes, you can end up feeling worse before you feel better, which is going to come with doing the work, obviously, right? And it's also possible for this narcissist, now that it's over, to really drop their mask, to really have nothing to hide from you. They might still put on a front towards everyone else, of course, but to you, they feel like they have nothing to lose now, and they know that you have no interest in them anymore, okay? So their behavior can get worse before it gets better, and you can hold them accountable, obviously, through the legal system if you choose. All right, there are ways to deal with that. All right, but get ready to feel. And a lot of times when people feel this purge and they feel the pain of this breakup, because it's not like a normal breakup heartbreak, it's all this other things mixed in because of all the abuse that you suffered. A lot of times it may actually trigger the survivor to go back to the narcissist because they can't handle it. And it's like, it felt more comfortable or more in their zone to just stay with the narcissist than to go through everything that's going to come with you breaking away from them and actually getting healthy and healing yourself and ending the cycle of abuse, not only from that narcissist, but making sure that no future narcissists are coming into. So that some shadow work is usually required there, facing yourself, okay? Which is also on my list. Increase your emotional maturity. Yeah, because this is going to help you not only understand why you were in that situation, but keep you from going back to that narcissist or any other narcissist. So yes, you're going to be educating yourself in that instance and learning what you can about narcissistic abuse, and from channels like mine. You'll learn everything that you need to know. Okay. You want to build your support system, because most people feel extremely broken and weak and exhausted right now. You feel like, what, I just need a hug. I just need a hand. I just, I don't want to get out of bed. Like, now is the time to lean on, any friends or family that you have in your life. And if you don't, reach back out to them. reconnect with them. And then there's a large community, you know, of survivors, such as the support group that I have on Facebook. And I'm sure there's other platforms that have it as well. Professional support groups such as coaching and therapy. I do offer coaching to help people get through the healing process of traumatic experiences like this. So you want to build your support system, and ultimately the support system of yourself to yourself as well. And that comes with doing number 4 and 5 on my list. All right. So you're going to self-reflect. Okay. That's your number 4. You're going to be self-reflecting, and, you know, because you can't change them, but you can change you. Okay. Because people typically can only do what you allow them to do. Typically. All right. So, what lessons can you take out of the situation? What accountability can you take out of the situation? What about yourself can you fine tune or be better at so that this wouldn't happen to you again? You know, this is what I'm talking about with the self-reflect. Okay. And that's why I've named this channel Reflection and Progression, because we're reflecting on our experiences to help us progress. We're not wallowing in them. We're not overly dwelling in it or anything like that. We're just taking what we need and we're moving right along. Okay. So what can you self-reflect in that situation with a narcissist where you can work on you to be a better you? Okay. Now, you're going to be evaluating that, obviously. And sometimes it's hard to see it, because, you know, we're plagued, or we have a mountain of all the things that the narcissist has done, and we're just trying to digest that and, you know, make our peace with that, let alone with trying to figure out ourselves. And then with all the gaslighting and things, sometimes it's hard for us to be objective against ourselves. And that's where, you know, something like coaching would come in hand, you know, where someone like me who's looking from the outside in, who understands this inside and out, can help you see the angles that may not be so obvious to you. All right. So number 5 on here, we're definitely going to be working on our self-love and our self-esteem, because, you know, narcissists look for people who have low self-esteem and low self-love. And it may not be obvious to you that you had these things. Okay. But because you could have been strong in one area and not the other. You know, for instance, let's say you had it going on, your career was banging. You know, you've always been intelligent and book smart, but maybe not so in your personal relationships. Or even though you had all the success in your work life, maybe you didn't really have the self-esteem in your personal endeavors. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things, those type of vulnerabilities that a narcissist looks for in people that they try to make at least a primary source, or they try to get supply from, take advantage of, and use as their emotional punching bag. They're looking for people who are lacking or don't have enough self-love and self-esteem. Okay. So let me go down this list again of, so I left the narcissist, and now what, Lakia? Okay. Number 1, you're going to get ready to feel. All right. Hold on a minute. You're going to get ready to feel. Number 2, you're going to build a support system. All right. And getting ready to feel, just before that means allowing yourself to go through the grieving process. And there are 5 stages to the grieving process. All right. And I've talked about that in other videos. All right. So we're going to get ready to feel. We're going to build our support system. We're going to increase our emotional maturity. We're going to self-reflect on the lessons that we can take and how we can improve upon ourselves. And we are definitely going to walk in our self-love and our self-esteem, guys. All right. So now that you left the narcissist, you have a lot of work to do, but you can roll up your sleeves. And this is very rewarding work, because once you do it, you're just going to have that breakthrough and you're going to be illuminated. Okay. And then, maybe you can reach back and pull somebody else up. Or you can educate your nieces and nephews, your children, about this so that they won't, fall for this, or they won't have to experience this in life. Okay. All right, guys. So if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe, of course. Always hit the bell so that you know when I notify. It'll notify you when I'm uploading the videos. Okay. Over 450 videos here to help you understand narcissistic abuse and psychology, emotional maturity, your shadow work, the human mind, etc., etc., etc. Take what you can to help you on your journey in life. I do, like I said, offer the coaching. Go to my website, LakiaCrawford.com, to find out about that. Voice calls, FaceTime, Skype, mobile text messaging packages, email coaching, all of that good stuff. The No Narc Zone merchandise, the books that I wrote, which are very therapeutic and help you as well in your healing process, and great at filling the voids. Okay, something you really have to do, you know, as far as changing one action or, you know, multiple actions, or swapping one action for another, basically, because you can't do the same thing and expect to get a different result. All right. With that being said, guys, just keep doing the work. All right. And for those of you who have left the narcissist, you know, I know that rawness. I know that sting. I know the resentment. I know the devastation. I know the ripple effect, or basically the domino effect it can have on so many areas of your life at one time. And boy, it took everything in me to pull myself out of it, you know, but it wasn't impossible. And it's not impossible for you guys either. And when you get to the other side, if you thought you were strong before you met that narcissist, you will see how much stronger you really are, you know. So, you know, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Come on over to the support group on Facebook. Inbox me and let me know that you're a survivor when you send that request, so that I can accept you. And, you know, go ahead and mingle with the other survivors every day. I put a daily thread up there where you can, if you're having a bad day, if you're having a good day, if you want to share information, all of that great stuff, where you can, you know, have a voice on the, in the support group. All right. With that being said, guys, keep doing the work. You have not lost everything. That narcissist is not your maker. Take them off the throne. Detach yourself from the public opinions, because, you know, the smear campaigns, the lies, games, and manipulations that they're running on other people, they're going to do what they're doing, okay? Don't put anything past them, and so that you're not getting blindsided here, okay? I made a video called, actually a playlist on emotional maturity. I highly recommend that you go through that video, all right? And just take this information and, you know, let it make you stronger, and learn to see angles in life. Learn to see angles and not take it personal. They're going to be what they're going to be, no matter if it's you or somebody else. Learn to detach from that, okay? It's not personal, all right? All right, just take your lessons, let them make you stronger, and you will be. All right, guys, until next time, please take care.